أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Dear students, good morning and a very happy day to you all. I hope you all are doing great and making the best of your time. Dear student, we are in the 4th week of our e-learning program. I hope this initiative of e-learning has been fruitful for you. Let's us pick the thread where we left in our previous class. Let us resume our first lesson, Al-Quran Al-Kareem, with its second topic. Main teachings of Surah Al-Zilzal.
Today's study objectives are: to learn the surah and its translation, to know the subject matter of the surah, to learn the main teachings of the surah, to know the importance of the surah in a Muslim's life.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها.
When the earth is shaken with its final earthquake,
وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها.
and the earth discharges its burdens,
وقال الإنسان ما لها.
and man says, what is wrong with it?
يومئذ تحدث أخبارها.
That day it will report its news,
بأن ربك أوحى لها.
because your Lord has inspired it.
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
That day the people will depart, separated into categories to be shown the result of their deeds.
فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره.
So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it.
ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره.
And whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it.
Here are some basic facts about Surah Al-Zilzal. The word zilzal means the earthquake. Though it is usually classified as a Medinan surah, the period under which the surah was revealed is not unanimously agreed upon by the narrators. As its placement, it is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. The surah has 8 verses, and it takes its name from its first verse. The surah begins by describing how on the Day of Judgment, the earth will give off a terrible earthquake and throw up her burdens. Through the inspiration of God, the earth will bear witness to the actions of men it has witnessed. Human beings will then realize that the moment of accountability has arrived. The 2 concluding verses state that all men will be sorted out into groups according to their deeds. And they will see the consequence of everything they have done, every atom's weight of good or evil. This surah mainly pivots on 3 points. First, it speaks about the preliminary signs of the appearance of the hereafter. Secondly, it tells us about the earth as a witness to all of man's deeds. In the third part, people are divided into 2 groups, good and evil, each of which will receive the fruit of their own actions. Here is the detail of the main teachings of Surah Al-Zilzal. This surah mainly pivots on 3 points. First, it speaks about the initial signs of the appearance of the hereafter. And then, it tells us about the earth as a witness to all of man's deeds. The Day of Judgment will be no easy matter. The final earthquake of the world will be a terrible event. The earth will bear witness. The devastation on the Day of Justice will be so powerful that the surface of the earth will rupture. At the end of this world and through the great and final convulsion, whatever is inside the earth will be thrown out. Every single deed will be accounted for. No virtue or sin should be belittled. On the day of judgment, the good and bad deeds of a person will be judged, and he will either be rewarded or punished accordingly. On the day of judgment, people will be divided into types and categories, between those who are miserable and those who are happy. None of the deeds, no matter how minute they are, will result in reward for the people, depending on their nature. Even a single action of righteousness can lead to one's differentiation from the non-believers and dwellers of hell on Judgment Day. It reminds one about the occasion of final outcome. The day of judgment will be a terrible day, when the whole world, instead of just a part of it, will shake. And it will shake so vigorously that it will throw out all its burdens and the people that are buried inside it. The extent to which the earth will be shaken cannot be imagined today. So much so that people will ask what is wrong with it. Almighty Allah will inspire the earth to tell of all that has happened on its surface. When the day comes, the earth will narrate an account of all the good and evil deeds done upon it. Every sin, every good deed, every virtuous man and every rebellious disbeliever will be identified and mentioned. Allah has kept this earth as a witness, and on the day of judgment it will give the earth a voice, and before everyone, it will bear all. What are we doing on this earth? Will the earth positively witness for us, or will it speak against us? Every single deed of the son of Adam will be on show on that day. Whatever we have done, from breathing to sleeping to drinking water, nothing is small. A good deed, no matter how small, is still valued by Allah, and a sin, no matter how small, is still going to be accounted for. This surah is extremely important in the life of a Muslim. It teaches many lessons. This surah tells about the ultimate future of man and this world. It stresses that death is not total annihilation to a believer. The thought of resurrection is a sign of satisfaction for a Muslim's continued existence after death. The thought of an eternal life tells a believer the purpose of his existence, that is, adherence to virtues and distance from evils. Doomsday is the ultimate day of justice, where the righteous men shall be rewarded paradise and the wrongdoers shall be punished. Almighty Allah will fulfill the demands of justice for punishing the culprits and rewarding the pious. When a person believes that the earth will testify to his deeds, he will abstain from all kinds of social evils. When a Muslim believes that even the most ordinary good has its own weight and value on the Judgment Day, it will promote self-sacrifice and moral values in the society. People will give importance to small insignificant deeds of goodness. And the belief that the most ordinary evils will not be overlooked shall promote the behavior of staying away from trivial sins. In conclusion, Allah has guided us that this world, its treasures and our lives are a temporary phase. This world will end and we shall be presented before the Almighty Allah on the Day of Judgment. We must keep in mind that no action, or virtue or vice, no matter how small, is insignificant. Our actions are being recorded and we will be accountable for our deeds. Therefore, we must strive to do good deeds and promote virtues, and abstain from vices and shun the evil.
With this we conclude our today's lesson. I hope it was beneficial for you, and I was able to contribute my bit. Take care. Thank you.